So I think one of the biggest questions has always been, should you watch an event in person or just watch it from the comfort of your own home? And with the World Cup going on right now, I wanted to put that to the test, and I had this really cool opportunity to watch the Spanish national team, which happens to be sponsored by TCL. They're the main technology sponsor. So I flew out to Atlanta to watch a game, arguably at the biggest stage, the largest tournament going on in the world right now. And obviously the very first thing that you get in person versus, watching at home is the wild atmosphere, the fans, everything is visceral. Everything is through the senses, whether it's, what you're seeing, what you're hearing, what you can literally feel. It's like the vibration of everything going on. The energy there is kind of unmatched, and something that most people don't get in person. And of course, you'd never get that experience at home is the chance to meet some of the players. And that's where the connection through TCL as their main technology sponsor. Before the actual game, I actually got to meet a couple of them. That's where I got this kit signed. That's like those in-person moments that just can't get replicated. Was really hoping Lamine Yamal was going to be there. Unfortunately, I think he's obviously too big, too famous, but got 5 players signed on this kit. Super cool. And on to the next day, which was the actual game day. We started off at the front of the parade somehow, and it felt like we were leading it. And this is where everyone, every single fan, every single person with a Spanish national kit on was going absolutely mental. The atmosphere is pretty much unrivaled, and I think that every team does that really well during the World Cup. They start the parade a couple blocks away, they make their way to the stadium. That's where you start to get super hyped up. And then once you get to the stadium, right until kickoff, that's where that pre-game buzz is kind of going around. Everyone's a bit anxious for stuff to actually happen. But the biggest thing I would say is once your team scores, that is when shit hits next level. The cheering, people hugging, beer, drinks are going everywhere, food is flying everywhere. That is that kind of experience that really just can't get replicated when you're watching, obviously, at home. And we were lucky the scoreline was 4-0. A lot of goals, a lot of celebrations to kind of live through. Couldn't have really asked for a better scoreline, but kind of scrolling back and looking at the actual cost breakdown, this will obviously vary on the type of game, where you're coming from, but these things are super expensive to go to. So as an example, for our flights, I'll leave everything kind of broken down here. Our flights, our hotel, which we unfortunately had to book really last minute, and even though our tickets were comped, someone that was sitting a row in front of us was mentioning they paid $1,200 a seat, and that number only goes up for matches that approach the finals. I think final ticket costs can get you anywhere, $20,000 for a ticket, which once again, crazy. There's also miscellaneous stuff like food, the Ubers that you catch if you're buying any merch while you're there. That all kind of adds up, and not to mention it took close to 3 days from, we arrived the day before, game day, and then we had to fly out the day after. So that's 3 days of your life that are, I wouldn't say gone, but you use up 3 days. So now kind of flipping the script, moving on to the home experience, which I've worked really hard to create the best possible viewing experience. So this is all downstairs in my living room, and I went with the largest, literally the biggest panel consumer TV on the market, which is currently the TCL QM7K. And TCL is actually the #1 producer of large size TVs, and I've created separate content on the breakdown of the entire space. If you want to go watch it, I will leave it linked up here, the setup, the tech behind it, and even the custom TV console around it. But it's literally been perfect for watching every single other game that I've had the chance to watch at home, but any type of content in general, whether it's just a simple YouTube video, and all of that is done from the comfort of my own home, from the comfort of walking down, say from my bedroom a couple stairs downstairs. Within 30 seconds, I'm able to watch content in my house. It's that convenience, it's that ease of use, it's not having to leave your house, you don't have to pay the extreme ticket prices, you don't have to deal with the crowds, you don't have to deal with the heat. It got really hot in Atlanta, it's super hot right now in Toronto. It's just easy, it's simple, it's just pressing the button onto your TV and then just, kind of watching content. And comparatively, the cost we're talking about, literally the largest TV you can buy, is around that $13K mark. Once again, depending on what region you're in, it goes on sale. I've seen sometimes for as close to $10,000. And all things considered, even a couple years ago, those panels would have cost over that $20,000 mark. Even looking at something smaller like a 100-inch TV, smaller, that is around $5,000. It is very attainable, very reasonable to get something that large for, I'll say a fraction of the price. Obviously, the big benefit here is you've purchased something that you could theoretically keep for years to come, and it isn't a one-off experience. You get to keep enjoying it after the days after. You don't have to fly somewhere. You don't have to commute somewhere. And once the game is done, you turn off the TV, you go around your regular business, you go off to your kitchen, you go off to do whatever you want. You haven't commuted somewhere. It doesn't take 3 days out of your life. It takes the 90 minutes, if there's stoppage time, whatever. 120 minutes if you get the joy of watching Pens after that. You are done the minute the game is over. Maybe add a couple minutes for hydration breaks. Controversial. Obviously, what you don't get is the huge vibe of the stadium, the fans, 85,000 people going absolutely bonkers after a goal is scored. You don't get that, but I will say watching with friends and family doesn't, quite compare, but it can just be as nice. Like having a panel that big, you can have 15 to 20 people over. I've had watch parties like that size. Having your close friends and family is always nice, and that typically means all the people that you want to be there, the people that are closest to you. I get that not everyone can afford to go to a World Cup game, to go see, one of their dream games. You can just get all your close friends and family into the comfort of your own living room. And of course, the tech behind the TV to give you that immersion helps a lot as well. So it is built around quantum dot technology to ensure brightness is there, the crispness of the field. It gets you as immersive as you can. And TCL has actually something called a halo control system, which helps minimize blooming. And if you've seen a tour of my place, you know that I have so much natural light, like literally windows, floor to ceiling everywhere. No matter the time of the game, I know some of them are during like the middle of the day, can still watch the TV without any problems, without any glare. And if you actually upgrade to their QM8 series, once again, I've made a separate video on it, which happens to be a TV in my other room. That is their highest level of SQD, which is a super quantum dot technology, the latest technology, the brightest panels, literally the highest performing TV. I know that they don't get as large as like the 115 inch, but there is that kind of like comparison. Do you want to go like super big? But yeah, technically that is the best quality picture that you can get. And I'll throw up a comparison here, like a little chart on, cost breakdowns of each so you can kind of get a sense. And as you can see, the prices aren't like too crazy or far off. And obviously, if you start to look at tickets for like the semifinals, the finals, that's where in-person starts to really balloon in price. And that is just for a one-day experience. I will say, if you are like a die-hard fan, say, you love the Spanish national team, you've been following them since you've been like a kid, it is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for you to go. It could be worth it. But if you're just, a regular fan, if you like the longevity of having like a TV to watch like in the future, if you like the ease of use, you don't want to deal with all the traveling, all the people, watching from home, it has got as immersive as it can get. And I feel like until we switch over to like AR, VR, something like that, it is the best point at which it is at, especially for having like such a large panel. But thanks regardless to TCL for bringing both of these experiences to life for me. I've been a huge football fan my entire life, and if you didn't know, I used to play for the Netherlands in PSV, so these experiences I will literally never forget. But I will let you guys be the judge. I'm curious, do you prefer like in person? Do you prefer, watching from the comfort of your own home? Hope you've enjoyed some of my World Cup coverage. You're probably just as useless as me being unproductive, because I am literally just trying to watch every single game that I can. Super pumped about the signed kit. I'm hoping to get this like framed one day, add it to my sports little collection, and I'll catch the rest of you before the finals. Let me know who you think's gonna win. Peace.